All right, this is the one we want, good people.
Right now, Sean Diddy Combs is found not guilty on the racketeering conspiracy charge in this federal case. The verdict on the 4 remaining counts are not read yet. Here's another alert. Combs found not guilty in the sex trafficking of his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Here's another one. Combs found, okay, so this is count 2 now. Combs found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs found not guilty of sex trafficking. And that applies.
So he was not guilty as SA. I take that back from earlier. He was not guilty of SA. Let's let them say what he's guilty of again. So scratch that what I said he was guilty of before, and this is what he's guilty of.
Here's another alert. Combs found not guilty in the sex trafficking of his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Here's another one. Combs found, okay, so this is count 2 now. Combs found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs found not guilty of sex trafficking. And that applies to the girlfriend who went by the pseudonym as the name Jane. Mm-hmm. And CB, I'll bring you in. I want to read one more alert here because some of this seems to be a bit of a duplicate as it's coming in. Mm-hmm. Combs found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution with the former girlfriend who I just mentioned as Jane. So those are 5 quick alerts that just came up on the Reuters wire, and we are waiting more from inside the courtroom as we speak. Does that line up, CB, with what you have down there at court?
You never know what you talk about, square country boy, and you put it in all caps. I don't find this being a country boy. And a square, whatever, nigga. But you always over here to listen. What kind of nigga this a nigga that he over here listening to? If I never know what I'm talking about, then smart ass city slicker, why the hell you always over here listening to a square country boy? Make it make sense.
Bill, so what I'm looking at, count 1 through 5, the only count that I see that Diddy has been found guilty of is count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution as it pertains to Diddy's ex-girlfriend and accuser, Cassie Ventura. The other 4 counts I am seeing, excuse me, let me backpedal a little bit, you guys. This is all breaking in. We're dealing with rolling thunder out here. So I'm seeing Diddy has been found guilty on 2 counts. The transportation to engage in prostitution counts, count 3 and count 5, as they pertain to Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, and another former girlfriend who testified under the pseudonym Jane. What I am seeing right now are guilty verdicts on count 3 and count 5.
And that's all we need to see from that one. Shout out Kwame Brown, Bust Life. Okay. Well, this is a Sports Plus Life special talking about Diddy. Dun, dun, dun. First, this is going to be the second show I do of the week, because I thought about it on Monday. I was saying peace, love you, see you Friday, but I was not taking into account that Friday's the 4th of July, and we're going to be cooking on the grill. I know I'm going to be having a little crunk in my system, which I usually do on Fridays anyway, but it'll probably be a little earlier. So I'm not going to do a show Friday. This will be in place of Friday. So while it says Sports Plus Life special update, or whatever the hell I called it, the Sports Plus Life special, Diddy verdict convo, you can look at this as Sports Plus Life talking ish as well. Now, Lord, before I bring my peoples on, let me talk a little bit first about this verdict. Does anything surprise you? I mean, look, I know there's some people out here. Now, look, if you are a person who was a victim, not necessarily of Diddy, but a victim of the crimes that he was accused of, I can understand if you feel some type of way. But if you're, if you're just, watching it like most of the country is, and you feel some type of way because of a certain bias, you may have to just let it go. But what a roller coaster of highs and lows, because, I was talking to Tony about it yesterday, and I told Tony, because Tony and I was in agreement. Ain't no RICO. He ain't gonna be found guilty of no RICO. But what I told Tony was that he's not getting out of jail tomorrow. I said, that's going to hurt some feelings, but he ain't going to be free tomorrow. And when he was found not guilty of the serious crimes, a lot of people thought that he was going to be let out today, which turned out to not be the case because the judge denied his bail. Diddy is damn lucky that this was a trial by jury and not a trial by judge. Because if this was a trial by judge, I believe the judge would have convicted him of everything. Everything. And do you guys know why that Diddy did not get bail? Quite simply, the tape. The Cassie tape. The fact that Diddy's representation did not deny the violence, did not deny his reputation for being a violent man. And based on that videotape, you couldn't. I'm going to tell you, if that tape was never released, Diddy would be a free man today. Diddy would be a free man right now, filling up the bathtub with baby oil as we speak. And the fact that when he was found not guilty of the racketeering and the RICO, the fact that there was report that people were outside the courtroom throwing baby oil on each other is so special. That's so special. What the hell is wrong with y'all people, man? Like, that's crazy. Now, me, you know, I have my personal feelings towards Diddy. Once that videotape came out last May, I lost all respect for him. I lost all respect for him. What up, Lomar? What up, homie? I lost all respect for him when I saw that videotape. Now, make no mistake about it, Cassie, for a certain period of time, was into it. But I've never liked seeing a man hit a woman. I don't even like to see it in a movie. I will if it's a movie that I know, and I know that there's a scene coming up where a man is about to beat a woman, I will turn my head. I will change the channel. I don't like to see the shit. Even after everything that I have been through in my life, I still do not condone a man putting their hands on a woman. So he lost all respect for me then. Plus, I thought he was a liar because he categorically denied everything that was in the lawsuit. But then we saw the tape that showed different. Now, here's where the prosecution fucked up at. What did they talk about in the case that had anything to do with RICO? All you heard about, what I learned from that case, was that Diddy's an abusive man. He beats women. He's a freak. Now, I learned in that video, and I learned on that case, that yeah, Diddy is a criminal. But was he running a criminal enterprise? They couldn't prove that. Because all that, from each witness that got on the stand, all I heard was the same thing. I heard about the nasty sexual escapades that he had, and that's a nasty ass nigga. And the fact that he beats up women. But the case, they couldn't prove what they were charging him of in regards to a RICO. So it didn't surprise me that he was found not guilty of racketeering and all that stuff, but you couldn't deny the prostitution thing. Yeah, he was doing it. Yeah, he was guilty of that shit. But if he was on trial for prostitution and domestic abuse, you got him. You got him. Now, where the prosecution is hurt at, they didn't get him on a RICO, so that means you can't seize his assets. You can't take his money. Diddy keeps his money. Diddy keeps his money. So he's still rich. He's still going to be rich. But what I think, and this is my personal opinion, that tape is an image killer, man. Even when he gets out, and eventually he'll get out, ain't nobody going to want to mess with that man on a business tip. Now, hopefully he said that hopefully he changes his life. And, you know, when I hear him say he's been talking to priests and this, that, and the third, me personally, I can't buy it because, you know, he appears to me as one of those people that only talks to the most high, the most heavenly when he's in trouble because he's already made his bed and done his dance with the devil. That's just my opinion. So I think Diddy is lucky that this was a trial by jury and not a trial by judge. And, now what I will say is for all of these other famous people, that are facing these these sexual assault allegations, that's a big win for them. Because with Diddy not being found guilty, that's a big win. Because what you're seeing, and I can't have but so much mercy for these other people. I mean, for these other people who are charging, who are accusing these people, like Shannon Sharp, Smokey Robinson, Fat Joe, even Tyler Perry. I see in each of those different cases situations that are very similar. You wanted something. You allowed said actions to go on because you thought you were going to get something out of the deal, whether it was financial compensation, whether it was fame compensation. And when you found out that that was not going to happen, now I'm going to accuse you of X, Y, and Z. Kick rocks. Kick fucking rocks. Because this shit is getting whack. This shit is getting played out. I agree with what Charlamagne the God said a couple of days ago. The Pay Me Too movement. And that win for Diddy, I think, was a big win for the other people in those cases. Now, let me go back a little bit. Because, again, niggas thought Diddy was getting out today. Oh, boy, they had the shrimp, they had the scrimp and the lobster on deck. They had that baby oil squirting everywhere in the bathtubs. They had the drinks on deck. They had the IVs on deck. They was ready to freak off tonight, nigga. Oh, they was setting up for the freak off of the century. They had the hair dye ready for that nigga, so as soon as he got into his hotel, he could dye his gray shit black all over again, so he could come out looking like shiny suit man with an ankle bracelet on. Oh, no. That judge said, stay your black ass right here. And the sentencing ain't until October. That's 3 months from now, and he could get 20 years. He could still get 20 years. The nigga could still get a dub. And he's in his mid-50s. If the nigga get a dub, he coming out when he like 75. And who gives a fuck about him then? He's still rich. He still got his money. I don't think he'll get 20 years, but I think he'll at least seeing a decade. I think he's at least seeing a decade. So everybody, and first of all, if you put in any comment, in any post, hashtag free Diddy, after watching that tape, after hearing about all the evidence of the domestic abuse, and you screaming free Diddy, you a fuck. You got problems. You got problems. Personally, I think his sexual escapades were way worse than R. Kelly, and R. Kelly got 30 years. Make that one make sense for me, please. Make that one make sense. R. Kelly got 30 years, and I don't think he did nearly as much as Diddy did. But that's what happens when you got money, when you have the right representation. But Diddy still may have to do a dub. He still may have to do a dub city. So it's not like it's a total loss. The government's mad because they can't take his money. And what the fuck does the government need to do with his money anyway? I'm not even mad about that. I'd rather see that money go to either the victims or either his children or something like the youngest children anyway. So I ain't mad about that. But okay. Hey there. Were you ready, Kia? There you go. Hey, how you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening. Your results, your reaction to the results in the courtroom today.
I told you this already. I told you this on the show, I think, a week ago.
Okay, tell me again.
That he wasn't going to get found guilty of the RICO because the prosecution had a weak case. Like, I'm very surprised by the Southern District of New York and the case that they put against Diddy. I feel like it was sloppy. I feel like they rushed it. I feel like they didn't bring in better witnesses. Like, it was just lame to me. For them to have a 95, I think it's 95 or better conviction rate,
I think it's like a 99.
they dropped the fucking ball
No pun
as far as
intended.
trying to prove. Wow. as far as trying to prove Diddy of RICO. Now, what I will say is that it's you made a comment about you don't see what's so different between him and R. Kelly. I tell you what the damn difference is. R. Kelly was accused of being with minors. Okay, that's the damn difference.
Wasn't Diddy accused of being with minors too?
Wasn't
there a segment of that to say he was with minors too?
There were rumors, but it was never brought up in court.
Oh, okay.
There were no charges about minors in court.
I got you.
And apparently, whatever they saw on those tapes didn't indicate that either.
But the case that R. Kelly got found guilty for, that had nothing to do with minors. What he was found innocent for in 2008, that was about the minors.
Yeah, but I think some of those girls that he was with were minors when they got together.
Oh, well, I'd have to go look at that. You may be right. I have to go look at that information. And yeah, you may be right. I may be right. I don't know. But when you listen to the totality of both stories, R. Kelly sound like a Sesame Street special compared to Sex in the City with Diddy. Hey, that rhymes. Sex in the City with Diddy. Take that.
Wow.
Yeah. Baby Earl. Baby, I'm gonna say it like Chopper says it from Making the Band. Baby Earl. They was loading up that Baby Earl.
But I am
you are.
I guess I didn't really
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, wow. I'm a little surprised because once I heard that, well, even though I knew he wasn't going to get charged with the RICO and the sex trafficking, I figured that being that he doesn't really have major criminal convictions in his past, even though he been in some shit, but he always managed to slide his way out. I guess It was all that goddamn baby oil.
All that baby oil. He was lubed up.
Serious. Like, this man know how to get himself out of some goddamn trouble. But I'm surprised that, because what you mentioned, the judge, you said something about like if it was trial by judge, he'd have been convicted. Nah, I don't even really think so. Let me tell you why though, because this judge has been a really good, decent, fair judge throughout this whole case on both sides. He's clearly shown no favorites to either side, checked both sides when needed to be. And I think he would have, pretty much did exactly what the jury did. Bottom line is the prosecution had a weak case. They didn't have enough evidence. The witnesses were whack. Yeah, for RICO. For RICO.
They didn't have
and then also RICO is such a hard thing to convict people on, especially when there's especially like, all right, so a celebrity. It's different when you're trying to convict a mobster, because that's what the RICO Act was really made for. Gangsters, mobsters, things like that.
Yeah,
right. But so they, typically operate under, or laundromats, restaurants, whatever the case may be. So,
you stereotypical as a motherfucker.
First of all, I'm not being stereotypical. This is a fact. Are you joking?
I felt like you just watched the episode of Power.
Oh my God.
Oh, Godfather of Harlem.
No, Brandon. Anyway, so, they had to, you got to be able to connect the pieces. It's a lot that you have to prove with RICO, but it's different like for celebrities, because, with celebrities, one, you're literally a walking business. You're a walking company. You have, a load of people around you all the time doing, at your beck and call, doing everything you need all day long, every day. That could, it's an organization. Is it criminal? It's sticky, no pun intended. It's a weird situation. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not.
I'm always that's me.
It's just it's a weird I feel like it's now in R. Kelly's case, I think that, they had a lot more people who worked with R. Kelly doing a lot more testifying and stuff like that. I think speaking against him, like R. Kelly didn't have many people on his side. I'm gonna be honest. Now, what I will say about Diddy is for the majority of the part, the people in Diddy's circle stayed locked into Diddy. Like Christina Quorum, who everybody alleged to be Diddy's right-hand woman, the one who pretty much knew all his shit. She never once stepped foot in. She may have gone to trial. She may have. I don't know. I'm gonna have to double check that. But regardless of the fact, she never flipped on Diddy. Nobody in Diddy's camp ever flipped on Diddy. And they just pretty much told it what it was, as far as they know. And I think where Diddy might be smart at is that, you know, if you doing some weird ass shit like this all the time, you gotta, you know, understand that there's some risk with this. I don't think Diddy is completely idiotic to the fact that he knew he was doing stuff he shouldn't have no business doing. So of course you're gonna keep your people in line. Like, listen, keep your mouth closed.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
What does that have to do with anything? Bottom line, Diddy is not stupid. I'm pretty sure he told his people by way of threat, you know, NDA or whatever the case may be, no matter what circumstances, maybe you need to keep your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy was more than lucky. He's blessed. And I'm gonna be, excuse me. I don't know what the sentencing is gonna look like.
I don't call 20 possible 20 years in jail. Now, if he get just 4-5 years along with time already served, that's blessed. But if he's have to serve a decade and you in your mid-50s, yeah, you ain't in there for the rest of your life. But
let me tell you this. Diddy is how old?
About 55.
Okay. So 20 years versus life. Diddy is 55. 20 years, he get out 75. Okay. But what if God, you know, grant him 100 years? 110. Like, you just don't know. People live long.
I mean, you don't.
So you being in jail till you 110, you know, just saying, you know, I'm being a little dramatic, but till you 90, 100 years old, I think is way worse than being in there till you're 75. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think a lot of people.
So that's why I say he's blessed.
I think
you goddamn right he is.
I think a lot of people will actually come to find comfort if he is in there for 10 or 20 years. And with the justice system, you know, people have to understand that America's an ass backwards justice system. You know, people who should get more or should get life, they tend not to do that. And then people who shouldn't get the sentence they get a raw shake. I mean, we all think that Derek Chauvin should have never seen the light of day again, but he's only got 15 years. Nobody liked that, but at the end of the day, he's off the street for 15 years. You have to take some kind of solace and comfort. Is it totally satisfying? No. But again, that's a roller coaster ride, because you have people thinking that Diddy was finna come home today. And he's still going to be in jail for a little while. He's still going to be in jail for a while. It's going to be a minute before he sees the light of day of that word called freedom. And it is what it is. If you ask me personally, I've already said how I felt about him, but I mean, I can't do nothing but respect the verdict, because, like you said, the prosecution dropped the ball. No pun intended. Take that.
All for justice being served, and you know, if he did the crime, he need to do the damn time. But at the same time, I think this was more like this kind of my little conspiracy theory about it, because all of this shit just sound like it just don't it. Okay, so Cassie came out with the lawsuit. Boom. Did he settle the next day? Boom. Everybody talking about it. Okay. Everybody like, nigga, why the fuck would you settle the next day? You sound guilty as fuck. But you remember the whole thing that happened with him and the liquor company, Diageo. Now, my conspiracy theory brain got me thinking. If everyone who believes in this shadow government society, you know, the elites, you know, whatever you wish to call or reference them, and that they're all in cahoots, what if, you know, that whole Diageo thing was a checkmate? You know, nigga, oh, so this is what you thought you was, but let me show you what you really are to us, right?
Oh, I can believe that.
Right. So okay.
Of course,
check this, but hold on. But check it out though. So now, you know, Diddy prides himself. Diddy has a gigantic ego. He is very self-centered. He is
I don't know that nigga.
Okay. I know. Wow, Brandon.
Go ahead.
I know you don't know him. But what I'm saying is, for someone who, how he's seen in the public eye, I feel like his image means a lot to him, right? He likes to be Mr. Popular. That's his thing. So what if the whole conspiracy was never to lock Diddy up for life? What if the whole conspiracy was just to ruin him and reduce him to literally nothing? Embarrass him for the world to see, expose all his deep, dark, nasty ass secrets.
Absolutely.
Publicly humiliate this man.
Job done.
And then be like, no, he was just fucking with you, and then set his ass free.
Well, that part didn't happen. Everything else.
But it could, which is very odd to me. That I understand why the judge denied his bail. I get it. Diddy has a past, especially that Cassie tape was crazy.
I believe
so. I get why the judge denied his bail.
I believe
however,
if that doesn't come out, I believe he's free right now.
Okay, so do you think the tape has any effect on the sentencing?
I don't know.
Because if you think he's free, like the charges are the charges, whether the tape, the tape had nothing to do with the charges. He was never charged with beating Cassie's ass.
I know
the tape was just a further, a smear to his public image.
Well, the judge said the judge said the tape was a part of the reason why he was denying bail because of the violent.
Yeah, but what I'm just talking about what you just said. You said you don't believe, or you believe that Diddy would be free right now if that tape would never come out. So just take the tape out, okay? Or actually, don't take the tape out. The tape is there. Do you think that tape is going to have any effect on judge's sentencing decision?
I don't know.
Being that the judge denied him bail.
I don't know.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Because, one, he was never charged for anything on that tape. So the judge can't take that tape into consideration when he's doing sentencing. He can take it into consideration during the bail, because you're still in the legal process. I mean, sentencing is legal process too.
Well,
but
he's sentencing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Whether you need to be remanded back to custody, or whether you're going to flee, whether you're going to try to do whatever, get back, or whatever the case may be. Let's just see this thing out. We're going to hold you and see it out. But wouldn't it be crazy? Because I was reading today that yes, the maximum sentencing for those two charges carry 10 years apiece.
Yeah.
But he also qualifies for time served, which is like a minimum of a year.
Well, by the time the sentencing happens, it will be a little over a year.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Which is why I think, this is just my opinion, which is why I think the reason why the judge didn't get this nigga bail today is because he wanted to let the year play out almost to the exact date, a little over when Diddy got arrested, and then get that nigga time served and send him home.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think so.
Oh, well, we'll see.
I mean, I could be wrong. That's what I think.
I mean, I think whatever.
Because I'm gonna be honest, if they wanted to really get Diddy's ass, they would have charged him on if it's a conspiracy, if they're working with each other, they would have got him on a RICO no matter what.
I mean, they could have, but the judge could have sent him home, and then when sentencing came, he could have locked his ass back up. So I mean, I think whatever, huh?
No, I said true indeed.
Well, I mean, so whatever sentence that he gets, I believe they're going to add the time served to it. When I was talking with Sean earlier, I said the judge could give him the whole 20 and then, of course, have the time served, which would lead to 18 and some change. Bottom line is he's still going to be in there for a little minute. It may not be till the 2030s or possibly 2040s until he's free.
He could charge him. He could sentence him to 20 years, and he could suspend 19.
He could. He very well could. I don't think he will, but he could charge him with 20 and suspend 10.
Well,
It's all in the hands of the judges.
or actually, the way they would do it, though, actually, they wouldn't do it collectively. So each charge carries its own sentence. He would be charged.
Yeah,
he would be sentenced per charge, right?
Yeah, he could be charged.
So let's say he gets charged 10 or sentenced 10, 9 suspended.
I don't think it's going to be 9 suspended. I think it's going to be. I mean, but it could be. Me personally, I think it'll be 10 for one, 5 suspended, 10 for the other, 5 suspended, and then plus time served. So it'll be maybe 8 and some change that arrest that he has to serve.
I'll be interested to see how this plays out, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I can't wait to come back in October, and I feel kind of bad saying it, but it's just really intriguing to me. But I believe if Diddy does any time, because I personally think the judge gonna give him time served. That's just me. But I feel like if he does any time, it's gonna be a year, 1 more year. I don't think he's gonna do any more than a year. I really don't. I really don't. Let me tell you why I don't. Because Diddy don't have no priors like this. And there have been people with worse records convicted of these same things in the same state that's walking free right now. He can't use prejudice when making, when doing sentencing. That'll fuck up the whole thing. He can't do that. He has to be fair. He has to look at, who other people. What?
I'm laughing at the chat. I'm sorry.
What is the chat saying?
No time for Diddy because he already gay.
Wow.
Okay. That's why I love my chat. Y'all got to be as stupid as I am. Oh my goodness. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Y'all know I got ADHD. When my thought drop like that, it's hard for me to pick it back up.
I was laughing at the chat. You stopped.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Diddy is gonna I don't think he's gonna do no more than a year.
Well,
so we'll see.
I
oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. Yeah, the judge got to look at similar cases, what people were sentenced, because I mean, come on, this man got lawyers. Don't you think
the judge don't have to do that? You say the judge
Brandon, let me, but you have to look at the legal system. That's what I'm saying. Okay. You think, yes, he's a judge, and yes, he's a judge, but the judge can't do whatever the fuck he wants to do. The judge has to abide by the law too, Brandon. Otherwise, he won't be a judge no more, and his ass gonna be in fucking jail. Diddy has lawyers, and good lawyers at that. You think for 1 second Diddy's lawyers gonna let them overcharge Diddy when they can clearly pull up similar cases and show what these people have been sentenced to?
Yes.
That's where the lawsuit come in. When you saying overcharging that's where the lawsuit would come in. Diddy ain't gonna,
the judge can sentence him to the maximum. You're thinking
but what would be the reasoning to sentence him for 10 years? What would be? What proof did they show in court that he needed to be sentenced for 10 years for flying in some freaks to have sex with? You really think that's 10 years worth of an offense? Hell no, niggas do that on a daily basis.
I'm not the judge.
Brandon, I'm trying to tell you how the legal system, it's not gonna fly. They're not gonna get this man 10 years on each count. They're not. They are not.
But you're acting like they can't. They could if they wanted to. He could if he wanted to.
No, but I need you to listen.
I don't think they will. But that is an option that's on the table. You're acting like that's not an option that's on the table.
Let me tell you why it's an option. It also depends on the severity of the case. It also depends on the severity of the case. It's been proven that most of these people were willing participants. It's not like they could not prove force or coercion.
Why are you getting so on your
feelings? Because I'm passionate.
It's just
passionate.
That's just
it's not enough. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. I'm trying to get you to understand that your opinion isn't based in facts. What you're saying is the judge could give him 20 years. But there are factors that go into sentencing. The judge just can't say, oh, well, let me think. Do I want to give him 1? Do I want to give him 20? No, it don't work that way. There are, and based on the fact of the case.
Then why is that even an option?
The reason why it's an option is that's the maximum that charge carries, no matter what, no matter whom it is. But it also, but there are levels. There are levels to the sentencing.
It'd be funny as hell if he does get the 20 years. I'm gonna laugh my ass.
Well, you know what? That would be fucked up for you to laugh, but that's just on Diddy. Don't laugh at another man. Don't laugh at it. I don't believe in laughing at other people's pain.
I'm not laughing. I would be laughing at his pain. I'll be laughing because of you. I would laugh my ass off. You think he's gonna? I
told you earlier before I went on my rant. I told you earlier that I could be wrong. I said I can't wait to see how this plays out. I literally said I could be wrong, but this is my argument, and I'm proving it.
I'm not
this
even
is why
arguing.
I believe what I believe.
Arguing. I'm not even.
Oh my God! Don't start. Don't start and shut up. I'm not spazzing. Who said that?
That would it sound like.
No, because
you get your feelings.
Because you don't understand. You don't understand. You keep saying the judge could give him 20 years, but that's not how it works.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Here's a simple
okay, you know what, Brandon? He could, but it's highly unlikely. How about that?
Then. All right.
Okay, let's just leave it at that.
I mean, I don't think he's going to get 20 years neither, but I think he's going to get 10. I do.
You know what, goddamn, I'm about to go to law school. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go to law school. Because I bet you if I was the prosecutor, his ass wouldn't have walked. Period. Period.
What would your case
because be? If I bring a case on niggas, I'm coming with all the facts.
Okay.
Promise you that. How you had years worth of freak off tapes and you couldn't convict this man of nothing. Unless
that means they had no facts.
No, unless there were some very powerful people in those tapes that knew that if Diddy was exposed, then they would be exposed. That's possible too.
That part. Don't let kid be a juror.
Who said that? Because we would be in there to today. There ain't no 4th of July. Nah, because let me run that back. Nope. It don't matter. Because bottom line is like, I don't know Diddy. I don't, only God knows the absolute truth. Okay. I only know what I've heard, and I've only known, the evidence that they brought in court. So, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's people's lives at stake. And that's never nothing to be taken lightly, period. Whether you like the person or not. Like, you can't flex and do stuff like that because whatever, the thing about it is the universe, God, whatever people on the chat choose to believe in, I say Jesus Christ. My thing is, Jesus knows your heart and your intentions.
So do you think Diddy ruins people? Do you think Diddy has ruined people's lives during his time?
Yeah.
So and this is honestly, I think a part of this. Well, you know what? This one thing that's happened with Diddy could be that where if you mention God, Jesus, my heavenly Father, but there is this thing that I do believe in called karma. So and plus petty. And I know that the government, I believe that the government can be petty that they didn't get him because again, their butt hurt right now because they can't get his money. Their butt hurt right now because they cannot get his money. But
they already got his money. Are you joking?
No, I'm talking about
they took a lot of Diddy shit.
Yeah, but they can't seize all of his assets. They can't seize all of his assets.
I mean, but you also never know what the sentencing comes with because he may have to pay restitution. He may have to do. We don't know.
He's gonna have some civil shit on his ass once all of this is settled. But
I'm talking about restitution to the court, like just money, just because nigga we had to deal with your ass. I
believe the government can be petty. If I can't get you one way, I will get you another way. No, he's not going to spend the rest of his life in jail, but he's going to spend a good chunk of what's remaining of his life in jail. That's just my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see. And I believe, sometimes, it'll be funny. It'll be funny as bitch if he got 10 years, just like Sean got 10 years, and Sean didn't snitch on him or anything else. That 10 years should have been Diddy, and it would be funny. It would just be coincidence if he ended up getting 10 years, just like Sean got 10 years for nothing.
It's a very difficult position for, like, morally speaking, for a person like me, okay, who's a believer in Jesus Christ, because on the one hand, the pre-saved version of me is like, if the nigga did it, I hope he get what he deserved. But the post-saved version of me is like, everybody deserves grace. Everybody deserves mercy. Everybody falls short. Nobody is perfect. People fuck up in life. And that's the beauty of God, because God is so forgiving. God, but we are the ones that judge. Yeah, it's so funny. He's the ultimate judge, but we do the most judging.
And none of us walking this planet is him. That's what makes him the best.
So what I'm saying is, I said all that to say is that I have no personal feelings as far as, like, I hope he go to jail or I hope he don't. To be honest, I let God sort it out. I just pray that everybody in this situation.
I can't tell.
No, I have personal feelings about the facts. You kept trying to tell me that the judge could give him 20 years. And I'm telling you that that's not how it works, though.
But he can. But okay, go ahead back with what you're saying.
Okay, well, actually, real quick, let me give you an example, because I don't think you understand what I mean. So, like, for example, when you start a job, right? You know how they say the pay starts at whatever based on your experience, right? And depending on your experience, you can get more pay. This is just what it starts at, or this is where the cap is. You can't make no more than that. That's the same thing with the sentencing. The judge is going to weigh out all the evidence, weigh out the testimonies, the case, and determine the level of sentencing that needs to be applied based on the severity of the case, not just automatically say, well, I think I don't really fuck with this nigga. I ain't like his music. I'm going to give him 20 years. Like, it just don't work like that. The judge has processes that he has to go through. He can't just slap 20 years on to be petty. He can't do that. And that's all I was saying. That's all I was passionate about. I have no feelings about whether Diddy goes to jail or not. It's not my business. I just pray for the good in the whole situation. It's a bad situation that played out. I feel bad for Cassie and her family to have to relive that shit in court. And Jane Doe, whoever the hell she is, I feel bad for everybody. I feel bad for Diddy's kids. You know what I'm saying? But everybody deserves grace. And there's only one sin that people cannot come back from, and that's blaspheming the Holy Spirit. I don't know if Diddy did that, but it's really hard to do that. We ain't gonna go deep into that. Research it on your own. But you can be forgiven. And if God can forgive the creator of all, who the fuck are we, bro? Who the fuck are we? That's why I'm ready for the aliens to come, because I'm sick of humans. Next.
And all I'm saying is that the judge has the option. One of the options is giving him full 20 years.
Okay. Yes, host of the show. You got it. You got it.
Everything you said about the Heavenly Father. I'm talking about, and I say the Heavenly Father because some people say God, and they may be talking about not the same God that we talking about. You are absolutely right.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure and make myself perfectly clear about the God I talk about. Can't nobody ever mistake me.
I literally just said not the God that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
But that's why he is the Alpha. That's why he is the Omega. That's why he is the Almighty. That's why he is perfect. And not a single soul walking this planet Earth can reach that level of perfection. That's why we're human beings. So I agree with you 100% on that. Now, there's another part of the show that this is way too serious. Y'all know, my loyal listeners know that when it gets too serious, I got to reel it back in. And
that's what's wrong with you.
Nah,
bro.
Yes. Now, if y'all can handle, hold on. Now, if y'all can handle what I'm about to play, I find this absolutely hysterical. Before I do that, what were you gonna say?
Oh my God. Brandon, so look, there's nothing wrong with conversations being serious.
Nothing. But
Okay. There's a lot of wonderful, amazing things that can happen from a serious conversation.
it is, but I bring it back.
There's not, but you know, you got to give it room to breathe. Okay, you got to let it air out for a second.
It's aired. That's that. Look, that's if you've been a listener for a while, that's what I do. Now this was serious, informative, as well as entertaining. But I always bring it back. Always. Now, did you hear about the pastor who went off about women in the weave?
Oh my God.
I'm just asking.
No. Now, before you play anything, okay? Before you play anything, because you know how I feel about stuff like that. Is this about to be a video of this man just going full in on women who decide they want to wear weave?
It's not a video.
I swear to God, Brandon.
Well, then you may want to exit. You may want to exit.
I'm asked, is that what it is? Go ahead and play the clip. And then when you finish, share the clip with me. Send it to me. Thank you.
Okay.
First of all, I can't take this nigga serious. You disqualified already when I'm looking at who it is.
I would enact legislation that you can't have braids if you work in a hospital. You're standing there trying to give the patient an IV and your hair's dropping in their mouth. They can't breathe, their eyes aren't open, they're chewing on your hair. Don't know what happened to them. You can't have braids and false hair, horse hair in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the restaurants. Horse hair don't belong in the schools. Horse hair don't belong in the horse hair belong on the horse's ass. That's what it belongs. Don't belong on your head. Horse hair belong on the horse's ass. That's where it belongs. Don't belong on your head.
Oh my God. Brent, I can't take you serious, bro.
Don't.
The fact that you even find shit like this funny is disturbing to me.
That was actually funny.
First of all, this man is so old. Okay.
Yeah, he's old.
Nobody makes weave from fucking horsehair anymore. Nobody does that. Nobody does that.
That's what makes it funny. And I didn't.
And then also, huh?
I said I didn't realize who it was until I actually saw the short.
Can't take that nigga serious, bro.
And I was like, oh, holy shit. That is I said, that is Pastor Manning. Now, I don't agree pretty much with none of what Pastor Manning says, and particularly when it comes to black men. But the way he delivers what he's saying to me is funny. This is the Pastor Manning says stuff like this.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Who's paying this nigga? What kind of pastor can say this in a church?
You niggas are crazy.
First of all, you a pastor in my church saying nigga, the devil is a liar. Some things gotta be sacred. You know what I'm saying? Just like even when I'm in my car and I'm blasting my ratchet ass music, riding past the church out of respect, I turn it down.
There you go. I know that's right.
I turn it down.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? I don't play those type of games. And first of all, horsehair don't belong in the hospital, dripping all in the restaurant, dripping in people's food. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Nobody other than people who wear weave have long hair. Am I to believe that that's what he's saying? Nobody else got long hair. So they aren't white people or Native American people with hair down to their fucking asses, tied up in a bun, working in hospitals or restaurants. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Brandon, please send me that clip, yo. Please. Text it to me. I cannot stand that man. Respectfully, He is a man of the cloth, and it should be stripped from his ass. Okay, he should be put out on the street bare ass naked, like they used to do back in the day. Okay,
and
stop
that
playing.
reminded me, and that reminded me of something that happened with him a few years ago. I don't know where this came from. I don't know what the topic was about, but he was on and I don't blame you for saying you can't take me seriously, because like I said, I bring it back. But he made Donkey of the Day. Do you remember that? You remember when he made Donkey of the Day?
Was it last year in 24?
No, this was a while ago. Take a
Didn't
listen.
know. I don't remember.
I'm all for freedom of speech, but always remember,
Just
freedom of
listen.
speech goes both ways. All right, people have the right to say what they want, and we have the right to give them the credit they deserve for the stupid stuff that they are saying. Now, I was on one of the most reputable news sources in the world today, worldstarhiphop.com. Okay, and I saw this video of Pastor James David Manning throwing some very toxic rhetoric at homosexuals. Let's hear it.
God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. It'll burn and burn and burn. They won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet until you see the flaming butthole. Your butthole will be flaming, and you will not be able to sit down until you have a flame coming out of your butthole. And there'll be people walking around all over America with flames coming out of their butthole. And everyone who takes it up the rear, everyone who has a injected in his butthole, when that comes out, the flame will start burning, because ain't nobody gonna stick no in that flame. That flame will be an eternal flame coming out of the butthole of every sodomite. And nobody will ever stick a in your butthole again, because it will be on fire. You ain't seen nothing till you see the flame coming out of TD Jake's butt. I'm lightning bug.
What? Now listen, I would be absolutely lying to the people if I said I didn't laugh and listen to this repeatedly over and over when I heard it.
What was the lightning bug at the end about? That's what the fuck I'm confused. This nigga said, lightning bug. Bro. Absolutely not.
He kept saying butthole.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now that, oh shit. Now that weave comment was like 10 days ago.
Vernon. Okay. He's foolish. And I bet you his wife's sitting behind him with that fucking clip-in ponytail in her head. Okay.
I can't tell. I saw his wife on one of his sermons. I can't tell if she's black or white. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And white women don't wear weave? Are you joking? White women more wear lace fronts just like black women. Okay? So let's not get that twisted.
But the horsehair don't belong in the restaurant or the hospital.
Yeah, let's not get that twisted. In fact, everybody wearing weaves nowadays, even dudes. So be careful, ladies, because they out here catfishing. I saw a nigga with a whole lace front on the other day. Okay, stop.
And your butthole is gonna burn for wearing the weave.
What I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying, bro? I cannot stand pastors like this. I cannot stand pastors who just put people down and just talk. Like, where's the uplifting? What's the message of Jesus?
Who's paying that nigga? Who is paying him? Oh my goodness! Yeah,
YouTube.
No, because he been at it for a long time. He been at it. I mean, I hope not. Lord have mercy, because I do good voice. I do good voice impersonations.
Stuff like that.
I do good voice impersonations of anybody. Oh my goodness! And the way that he talked about Barack and Michelle Obama. Now, I mean,
I just don't. I don't know. I mean, never
no
mind.
horsehair in the hospital. Lomar, cut it out, please. Cut it out.
That shit is wild.
That shit is wild. You're eating
That
your
shit is wild.
horsehair.
But what I'm asking, my question is, what is this horsehair in the hospital message? How is this saving people? How is this sending people to heaven?
Well, my first question was, when it's like the horsehair in the restaurant or the horsehair in the hospital, wouldn't they have it in a bun or wouldn't they have like a net over it so where that wouldn't happen? So
when this man said braids dripping, I was pissed. I was like, are you joking right now, man? Are you really? That comes from a place. But see, when it comes to people like that, Brandon, that comes from a personal place.
Yeah.
I think he was turned down by a woman with a weave, and that shit really fucked him up.
Well,
and from this moment forward, he can't stand a bitch with a weave.
I did my homework on him. He'd been in jail. He'd been locked up.
Sometimes you hate the things that hurt you the most. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take a listen to people when they talk and where they focus their aggression on. It shows you where they're really hurt. It shows you where they really hurt. That shit is crazy to me. Like, why don't you go sit down and go pray about it instead of sitting here condemning people. Well, and let's say, for example, some people wear weaves because they got cancer and their fucking hair is falling out. How about that, you goddamn bastard? How about that?
Yeah, you goddamn bastard with your braids dripping.
And black women. Obama is a long leg Mac Daddy.
Look at this bastard, Brandon. Jesus, please forgive me. Jesus, please forgive me. But I'm about to light into this man's ass, bro. I swear.
And black women. Obama, he's a Mac Daddy. He pimps white women and black women. Obama is a long leg Mac Daddy. I haven't trashed him. I haven't trashed Obama. His African in heat father went a whoring after a trashy white woman. He was born trash. I said he was born trash. I didn't trash him. I'm speaking the truth about him. This long-legged freak called Obama, you hypocrite, you spineless, you know what?
Hey, here's the question. This is the $1 million question. How the hell can the people in the congregation in the background, how can they keep a straight face? How can they keep a straight face? Not even with the message, but the way his voice sounds. I'd have been kicked out of that church. You black heathen! I'm telling the truth. You gotta get the hell out.
Yeah, my way of reaching the people and saving God's people and delivering them to the kingdom is by making them feel terrible about themselves.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. That's a great strategy, Pastor. That's a great strategy. But you want to know what God say? Like sometimes, all right, well, let me not quote because I don't know if God said it, but I feel like you got to be careful with things like that because, what if his message triggers someone to do something that could hurt themselves or someone else, right? That their blood is going to be on his hands or whoever's blood is going to be on his hands.
I don't see how anybody could listen to him and not laugh. Listen to his voice.
Have enough sense to poke piss out of a boot and you're talking about Obama as your president. You're despicable. They're pimps and players. Black men. That's who they are. Black women are player lovers.
Oh my God.
The future of you African and African American people is in my mouth. It's not in your hand, it's in my mouth.
Brandon, turn this fucking shit
not
off.
One of you nappy head people. If I
Brandon,
up,
no.
You see the lady in the red? That's his wife.
Who? Her right there? Which
right
one?
here.
Is two ladies in red.
The lady right in the front. That's his wife.
Brandon, I cannot believe he said it's in his mouth and not our hands, bro. Did you just hear what the fuck this man just said, bro? Did you just hear what he said, Brandon?
Yeah, I did. I'm like, I just want to know who's paying this nigga. Who is paying? Somebody is funding this nigga. And how these people in the back, how the Temptations in the back ain't on the floor dying laughing is beyond me. Oh, Pastor Manning. I mean, and if there's anybody here who agrees with what he's saying about black people, fuck you. But this the delivery the delivery is fucking hilarious to me. It is. It's hilarious to me. I mean, if he doesn't want to be black, bye nigga. That's what bye nigga. But that delivery is fucking hysterical to me.
His fucking that shield that he's standing in front of, that shit look like the Knights Templar shield. That's some Freemasonry shit. And Freemasons.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So now his message starting to make sense why he preaching what he preaching, you old dirty ass bastard, bro. I swear to God, if I ever see this nigga on the street, bro, I swear to God.
He's 78.
I'm gonna kick his ass right in the knee, bro. I swear to God.
You gonna kick a 78-year-old man in the knee?
Right in the fucking kneecaps, both of them. Both of them.
You gonna kick a 78-year-old man in the knee
and watch his ass drop. And then I'm gonna sit there and laugh. Fuck you, nigga. You sitting here, you a black man talking down to black people, and you a pastor? Get the fuck. You
niggas are crazy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Oh boy. Ooh.
You niggas are dumb. You niggas are stupid. It's like that's basically what he's saying.
Your last hope.
That's basically what he's saying.
I'm your last hope. After me, there'll be no hope. Farrakhan didn't get it for you. Barack is an emissary of the devil. I'm your last hope. Use these measures against that long-legged Mac Daddy called Barack Hussein Obama and his entourage of haters of God, haters of the Lord Jesus Christ,
let me tell you why
haters of the American way.
Brandon, he's mad because his legs are short. In fact,
he's 6'2". He's not short.
Who?
That guy. He's 6'2".
Him? But I bet you his legs don't look like Barack's.
Really?
This nigga's jealous, bro.
You're just jealous because my legs look better than you.
My thing is, if you have a problem with someone's politics and their policies, that has nothing to do with their physical attributes. Okay, why are you assassinating somebody's looks? That's personal. That is personal. You don't like this nigga for a different reason. You mad because you mad because he is a Mac Daddy. So what? You couldn't be a Mac Daddy. That's why you had to settle to be a whack ass preacher who ain't preaching God's message. You preaching the message of the devil. Talking about burning buttholes. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, don't no pastor talk about that shit.
Check this
I
out.
wish Lance Watson would. I'm getting the kids. We are leaving church immediately.
Check this out.
Oh, that he's black, and that's all you want to know. And so when we talk about his wife, Michelle Obama looks like King Kong's baby sister. That woman's beautiful. I mean, her upper lip looks like she's smelling her upper lip, and then the bottom looks like she got a dip of snuff in it. That's about the ugliest woman. I mean, if Whoopi Goldberg and Michelle Obama were in a beauty contest, Whoopi would win. I mean, but what's this business about how beautiful she is? Plus of all, she's a big old Amazon woman. I'm a man, I'm 6'2", 225, 240 pounds myself, but I wouldn't be caught dead with a woman that big. Barack's out there in Honolulu.
Oh my God.
Trying to convince Michelle to fist bump Obama. By the way, By the way, if my wife, Elizabeth here, y'all see her. If this woman you see here, seated as my wife, ever greeted me with a fist bump, I'd give her a left hook.
Brandon, this man just said he would give her a left hook.
Don't condone it.
Brandon, but you're
condone it.
laughing. That shit ain't fucking funny. Let me tell you
Laughing at
something.
his voice.
You know why people like this, and you doing the funny, I'm doing the serious, and I'm doing too serious, and I should like bring it back a notch. But this shit is triggering to me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that. It's not funny to me at all because all I see is a control freak, a power hungry bastard who likes to project his own insecurities while masking his feelings of inadequacy with the critiques of women and her husband. You dirty ass nigga. Like, you social conditioning, all that weird ass shit. Like, come on, bro. You can't come up with a good ass argument as to why you really don't like these people. So all you can do is objectify them and talk shit about how they look and things you think. And also, get your bum ass.
Somebody needs my sound effect machine in here to play this one.
Another motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga. Say another motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga.
He would have earned it.
I think you inspired me to do my own little sidebar podcast on my YouTube channel where I can vent my frustrations about videos like this. Where you laugh at them, then I can vent my frustrations. Because you know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know your chat. You can see all the chat conversations. I can't see anything. So as far as I don't really know, I only see what you put up, but I know there are more comments in the chat that you don't put up every single one of them. So what I'm saying is I don't know the temperature. I'm not, you know, and then you know me better than anybody. And you know when it comes to stuff like that and people like that in particular, that shit triggers me. I'm ready to go to war on his ass, bro. I swear to God, because who the fuck you think you are?
I told you. That I told you that if you couldn't handle it, you may want to exit.
Don't tell me about handle it. You can't handle my reaction. If I couldn't handle it, I would have got off the goddamn podcast.
I can handle your reaction.
I just need to know, like, is everybody cool? Because I'm gonna say what if you cool with me saying what I want to say about it, then I'm cool with you playing. Then I'm cool with you playing it.
I never once did I say shut up, be quiet, or be please stop. No, go for what you know.
Awesome.
Just hit to me his voice, his delivery. I don't take this dude seriously, not at all. And you know, he said things like, "I'm not a black man. I don't want to be a black man." Then bye, nigga, bye. But the way he said it, I don't want to be black. I don't want to be black. He said it like that. I'm like, I can't take you seriously.
Oh, and this is why he.
Huh?
I said that's why he treat his people the way he do. Them motherfuckers ain't his congregation. Them niggas is hostages. Are you fucking joking?
Hey, they do all look drugged up.
Them niggas look scared.
I got saved from being an African American. Don't call me that.
Oh,
it's not what I am. Now you can be what all you want, but I'm not an African American. I am an African American. Don't call me. Don't expect me to act like you. I'm not one of you.
Brandon. What's his name?
American, but
what's his name?
Man. Don't call me that either. Don't you call me a black man, because I'm not. There was a black man. Yeah. I don't want to be a black man. I don't want to be a nigga either, but I don't want to be a black man. I don't want.
Brandon, what's this man name?
Pastor Manning.
So would it be fucked up? Would it be fucked up of me? No, seriously. I just want to know. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Would it be fucked up? Would it be fucked up of me to email him and say, "Dear Mr. Black American nigga.
There you go. I'd ask
Dear Mr. Black American nigga.
who's paying you, nigga? I can't take him seriously either. I guess
You recently stumbled upon one of your wonderful rants. And just wanted to tell you a few things about you. Respectfully.
I would say disrespectfully.
Disrespectfully.
What the fuck?
In fact, I'll put it in bullet points and just lay them all out. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look up his email, and when I do it, I'm gonna send you the email.
Please do,
so you can see it for yourself.
I'm gonna put it on here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And you know what, Lord, it's not in my character to go to war with the pastor. It's not.
I wouldn't go to
because
war.
I love the Lord. But this man is Satan in a Sunday suit. Okay? And I cannot stand, Lord. I cannot allow this blaspheming to go any further. I feel like it is my personal responsibility on your behalf, Jesus, to put this blaspheming devil in his place and expose him for the bigot, the racist against his own people.
I'm not a black man.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Don't you call me.
I'm going to find his email as soon as the podcast ends.
Black man. Yeah. I don't want to be a black man. I don't want to be a nigga either, but I don't want to be a black man. I don't want to be African American. I don't want to be one of y'all. And all the black pundits blaming George Bush. Bush ain't had nothing to do with the fact how wicked y'all are killing one another. People are trying to survive, and they can't even lay down without being raped by some old no good, low life black man.
Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard.
Group of people, you African, you Jesse Jackson, you process head Al Sharpton, you are despicable. I'd rather be dead than to continue to live and call myself a black man. I'd rather die
big back
rather than to call myself you mindless black man.
Brennan, stop. Brennan, you cannot let him do it.
What do you mean I cannot let him?
Wait, pause. Time out. Hit the pause button. Hit the pause button.
Hey, Lomar said, I'm still stuck on no horsehair in the hospital.
Hit the pause button, bro. My heart is racing so fast because for some reason, it sounds like this nigga is yelling at me.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't fucking like it.
Oh, shit. Everybody in the chat is dying laughing. Lomar said, I'm still stuck on no horsehair in the hospital and long-legged Mac Daddy. Leisha is just like, laugh emoji. Oh, boy. Denise is like, OMG. Because he's yelling. Men, weak people.
We need to see if he's touring. Oh, we need to see where his church is and see if we can pay a visit.
Hey. It's in New York. It's in Harlem.
Period. On the way.
It's in Harlem. Check this out.
Obama is white trash.
I hate Barack Hussein Obama, who is nothing but a long-legged devil right out of the pit of hell. And if you don't mind my saying it, Jesus hates him too.
You got children you haven't taken care of.
Father! Help! Oh shit! This nigga just spoke for Jesus, bro.
Your own children, how can you then say you're ready to choose a president to take care of the nation? I'm not responsible for it. I'm just trying to show you how no good you are. And yet you want to talk about choosing a black man, your president. You have no honor. You make babies like Aunt Jemima makes biscuits. Now get angry about that. So I got news for you about niggas.
You disgusting.
The way they turned on Bill for Barack. I don't have to worry about them being against me. They'll come on back. They're fickle.
Let me tell you about niggas.
Listen, kid.
And if they commit to something, you can't trust them. They don't stay with anything very long. So if they mad with me now, y'all be glad with me tomorrow. All I got to do is get some government cheese and run through 3 government programs through here. And I do declare every nigga in Harlem will be coming to this church for the government program, and I know it.
That's all right. It's on site. I swear to God, on site, I'm beating this nigga ass. I swear to God. On site. On my mama, bro. I swear to God.
Hey, Alicia, shut the fuck up. Alicia said,
Let's go. Let's go. Field trip, bro. Field trip. I'm gassing up as we speak.
Oh, shit. Hey. Oh, man. Yo.
Bro, I swear to God. Jesus, I love you. And I ask you for forgiveness in advance. Because when I see this man, I'm going to jail. On behalf of all my black people.
Oh, shit. I
am going to jail.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, Brandon. I'm going to cash app you my bail money.
The hell?
I'm going to cash app you my bail money. Don't worry about it.
So I got to come all the way up to New York and get you out?
You going to be there already.
The fuck, like hell I am. Hell. Well, somebody got to be there to take care of the kids. Just get in a couple of.
I'm telling you, I'm coming up there with my fucking horse hair in hand, waiting to whip ass, bitch. Waiting to whip ass.
And I know it's the truth. Thank you, Ella, but I know it's the truth. Worry about these folks being upset with you. I know y'all's behavior. That's right. That's who they are. That's who they are. Obama. That's who they're saying now. Obama.
He don't even take himself serious, Brandon. He looked like he about to laugh at his own goddamn self.
Is being catapulted into the position where he's at right now, not because of his character, but because of the color of his skin. This is anti-Dr. King. I said this is blatant racism. It is destroying the dream. It is anti-Dr. King. You don't know nothing about the man's character, and that's what you know is not good, but you know that he's black, and that's all you want to know. And so when we talk about his wife, Michelle Obama looks like King Kong's baby sister. That woman's not beautiful. I mean, she.
Let me see what the fuck his mama look like. I want to see what his mama look like. Pull her ass up on the screen.
His mother is 78 years old. His mother's dead. Been dead.
You said he's 78.
He's 78. His mama ain't here no more.
Okay, well, guess what? Pull his wife up because I'm going to put that bitch picture in the email that I send.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
First of all, her upper lip looks like she's smelling her upper lip, and then the bottom one looks like she's got a.
How the fuck her upper lip look like it's smelling the upper lip?
If Whoopi Goldberg and Michelle Obama were in a beauty contest, Whoopi would win. I mean, but what's this business about how beautiful she is? Plus of all, she's a big old Amazon woman. I'm a man, I'm 6'2", 225, 240 pounds myself, but I wouldn't be caught dead with a woman that big. Barack's out there,
there's his wife,
trying to convince.
There's his wife right there.
I wouldn't be caught dead with a woman that big. You want to know why? Because nigga, you ain't man enough with your bitch ass, nigga. That's why, nigga. That's why, nigga. You could never, nigga.
Yeah, kick your ass, bitch.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Ooh, Jesus, forgive me, Lord, please, because I'm really in my feelings right now, bro. No, I'm not turned up. I haven't begun to turn up. Okay, I'm just very upset.
Oh boy.
Amen. I ain't turned up yet. Oh, you gonna see turn up? You wait till you see my email. You wait till you see my email. You know me. It's a chat don't know, but Brandon know. A bitch writes emails. Oh, please believe that. Don't I, Brandon? Yeah. Yeah. Who you think brought Cheesy Tots back? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what? Man, shut up.
Nah, bruh, nah. You not gonna take my credit away. Stop.
I'm not. Cheesy
Stop.
taco.
Stop. You are not going to take my credit away. Yes, I am responsible for bringing Burger King cheesy tots back, point blank, period. Okay, they were gone for a while. And one day I reminisced on the days where I used to go to the Burger King on Cedar Fork and Now Mile when I was working at KinderCare and get me the spicy chicken tender crisp with a side of cheesy tot. Okay, then I realized Burger King ain't had cheesy tots no more. They've been gone for a while. You know what I did? Sent the fucking email. And you know what Burger King did? Brought cheesy tots back. You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome, America.
Let's hear it.
God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. It'll burn and burn and burn. What? They won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet until you see the flaming butthole. Your butthole will be flaming and you will not be able to sit down until you have a flame coming out of your butthole, and there'll be people walking around all over America with flames coming out of their butthole.
Well, you're absolutely right about the cheesy tots. Boom. Pow. Pow.
You're welcome, America. Okay? Don't say I ain't never do nothing for you.
Oh, boy. Man. My fucking stomach hurt. I done laughed so goddamn much. You funny as a bitch too. Oh my goodness, you funny as a motherfucker too. Man.
Well, I'm being dead ass serious.
Woo. Yeah.
I'm gonna beat this nigga ass.
Hey, Lomar, I think I may have found somebody who has replaced Ray J when I need to laugh. When I need to laugh, I think I have found somebody who has replaced Ray J. Because, I mean, come on.
Horse hair belong on the horse's ass. That's where it belongs. Don't belong on your head. I would enact legislation that you can't have braids if you work in a hospital. You're standing there trying to give the patient an IV and your hair's dropping in their mouth. They can't breathe, their eyes are open, they're chewing on your hair. Don't know what happened to them. You can't have braids and false hair.
Right now,
Hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the restaurants. Horse hair don't belong in the schools. Horse hair don't belong in the horse hair belong on the horse's ass. That's where.
You know what? He is the motherfucking horse's ass. Okay, he's the horse's ass.
Hey, Lee says, so when we leaving for the Sunday sermon?
So listen. Okay, because my family cooking out. What, they throwing a cookout Friday, right, Brandon? Real talk. We could drive up there Friday night, get there Saturday, be right and refreshed for Sunday service. Right in Harlem. What's good? They listen, Greyhound, not Greyhound, because there's no more Greyhound, but Amtrak. They got like $65 tickets. What's good?
Is that round?
We ain't even got to drive.
What about the
We
Chinese
can arrive
bus?
fresh, ready to whoop ass.
What about the Chinese bus?
No, we get there faster on the train.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, there's no traffic. You ain't got to worry about no lights, you know?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, real talk. I can't fucking wait.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bitch ass nigga.
I was thinking about this when I was sitting on the bus. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, this show is going to be fucking hilarious. This dude is so, because I said this dude, and he is very offensive. He is. I don't co-sign on nothing he say. He is very offensive. But I just want to. The Chinese bus does still exist. Just the delivery, and like I said, it sounds like he's yelling at you.
That's why I was really getting mad, because I'm like, dude, who the fuck you talking to?
the delivery to me is so hilarious, and it just took me back to when he was Donkey of the Day. I didn't even listen to it. I said, I can't listen to this. I said, I'm gonna just wait till I get on the show, because that shit had me in tears. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Even Charlemagne said, now, I'm not, I said, if I was to sit here and say that I didn't laugh at that and listen to it repeatedly, I would be lying.
Bro, it's just wild to me that people still think like that in today's world. Like, I understand,
somebody paying that nigga, yo. Somebody paying him. Somebody, because he says the most outlandish shit, and every now and again he says something that goes viral. What the fuck was I listening to it on? I was listening to Ricky Smiley this morning. Yeah, I was listening to Ricky Smiley when I heard it, and Ricky Smiley's like, yup, I agree. Where's this church? I'm going. And I said, why does that voice sound so familiar? So when I got off the bus, I went on YouTube and I typed in horsehair pastor. And it came up. I was like, oh God. I said, it's him.
Yeah.
I said, James David motherfucking Manning. You're at it again. I was like, oh my God. Because every now and then he says something so out the way where it goes viral. And for him to be a pastor, for him to have a congregation for as long as he's had one, saying what he say, like I said, just straight up down talking black people, the Obama family in particular. Well, that was an old video. Well, we was just watching that. It's a very old video. But
to anyone in that man's congregation who may, by any chance
stumble across
come upon this podcast, if you are being held against your will and you need help, but you are in fear of your life, wink twice with the right eye, once with the left, and then twice again with the right, and we'll be there to get you. Promise. Authorities, SWAT, we coming in there, everything. Just let us know. Just let us know you need help.
But they can't see you.
It doesn't matter. They know what the fuck the right and the left is, right? If you don't, go listen to Lizzo's new song. She breaks it down for you perfectly clear. Okay?
I tell you what.
Twice on the right, once on the left, twice on the right again.
All of those.
And then, hey, if you want to make it extra, you can tap the right toe a little bit. Tap the right toe.
I don't know, because they standing still like soldiers. They must have been.
Brandon, that's scary.
Yeah, they must have had that baby oil. What if they'll put that?
Maybe that's why he know. Maybe that's why he know about TD Jake's burning butthole. Okay, because his butthole used to burn.
It was, yeah, like them. I can't think for the life of me how you could be there sitting still while this nigga is talking about all of this stuff with the tone of voice and the way he sounds when he's saying it. How nobody has busted out laughing? I would be kicked the fuck
all
out.
All the rules, they're all in on it. And it's all a big joke on us, unless maybe they're paid actors.
Maybe, I don't know. They got to be.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. He's still gonna have to catch these hands.
I mean, he would have to pull a Marvin Sapp on me. Close them doors. Close the door.
No, that's what we gonna pull when we walk in. Close the doors. Close the motherfucking doors.
Oh boy. Woo. Lord have mercy. Got my goddamn eye twitching. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Let me show you how these niggas get down. No, I'm so sick. I can't stand when a black man refers to black people like that. Like, I don't want to be black. Well, the joke's on you. The joke's on you, buddy, because God made it so you got to stare at that black fucking face every time you look in the goddamn mirror. The reason why he hates everybody is because he hates his own goddamn self. He can't stand to look at his own fucking face in the mirror. Looking like somebody ran a goddamn lawnmower down the center of his head. Got the nerve to talk about Michelle Obama and Barack. Don't he look like Sherman Helmsley when Sherman Helmsley had to.
He looks like an overweight Sherman Helmsley.
I'm just talking about like the hair.
Yeah.
It disturbs me. It bothers me. He needs help. And guess what? God about to deliver me to his ass.
God ain't gonna do that. God ain't gonna do that.
Lord.
God ain't gonna do that. Don't put that on my heavenly Father. God.
It was a reason you played this. I have received my divine instructions, and on your behalf, Father, I am ready to put on the full plate of righteousness.
That man said, and Jesus hates him too.
I can't believe he said that, bro. That really broke my heart. That really broke my heart.
Yeah, because Jesus don't hate.
That shit broke my heart. Like, don't fucking.
No, Jesus don't hate. Not at all.
You gonna speak for? Are you really gonna speak for my father? Are you like? You just put words in my dad? You put words in my father's mouth, my father's son's mouth. That's what you did. Oh, okay. Okay. Don't play with my father's son. Stop playing with my father's son. Now I'm on your ass, boy. Now I'm on your ass. Now I'm on your ass.
James David Manning, you are one of a kind, sir. Not in a good way, but your voice.
I hope and pray to all that holy in heaven that this man comes across this podcast, Brandon. I hope. Sure, you hashtag it. Okay.
Oh, I had it's already hashtag.
Personally, because I would love for him to grace his big black face presence on this podcast.
Well, for starters,
conversation. But it would have to be in person. It would have to be in person.
I don't want to talk to niggas. Nigga, I want to talk to you. I don't want to be black.
You know what I should start doing?
Shut up,
Brandon. This is gonna be a beyond level of petty, but this is me. I'm a Virgo, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, I don't subscribe to it, but by default, I have some characteristic traits, okay, about being petty. What if I just made a bunch of shirts that said "my nigga" and mail them shits to him? My nigga, my nigga, my nigga.
That'd be free too.
My nigga.
You put my nigga. You put my nigga and a picture of his face after you say
yeah, my nigga. Like, I'm talking ultimate level of trolling, because it's like, if you hate black people that much, bitch, I'm about to give you a reason to. I'm gonna give you a motherfucking reason to, nigga. Yeah. I'll give you a reason to.
And horsehair don't belong in the restaurant or the hospital.
That's all right. I'm gonna start sending his wife some 30-inch bust downs. You wait.
I don't know what a bust down is, but I know what a butthole is. I know what a burning butthole is.
A bust down is a 30-inch lace front wig.
Nigga, shut up.
Send his wife some lace fronts. I'ma start. Look, let's mail his ass some government cheese. Let's send his ass some fucking government cheese.
He said he down.
You know the type that don't melt when you put it in the microwave?
Oh,
that kind.
That plastic?
Yeah. Let's send, no, and that ain't even government cheese, bitch. They sell that at Walmart.
Walmart?
They did, Brandon.
How dare you niggas shop at Walmart? Y'all only allowed to go to Save a Lot? Wrong with y'all?
Now I have to do a bunch of repenting tonight because me and God literally had a conversation about this yesterday. And here I am.
You niggas are crazy!
Yeah, real talk. Real talk. Here I am doing the exact opposite of what I told God I won't gonna do.
And about a pastor.
But you wanna no, I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something right now, okay? I don't give a fuck, okay? I hope and pray to God that by some weird chance, me and this guy find ourselves in the same place at the same motherfucking time. I really hope and pray. That way, when I take flight on his ass, they can't say it was premeditated.
Well, your peoples is already up there in New York. Why don't you just go? Why don't you just call them and be like, "Hey, man, I need you to go look for that and get crazy."
I don't need to send people to do my work. I can do my shit live and in person.
Let me see.
Okay. That's the thing about it. I'm not no bitch ass person. Like, I'm not gonna set nobody up for me. If I'm about to do some reckless shit, it's gonna be me to do the reckless shit, and it's gonna be me that got to deal with the consequences. That ain't on nobody else but nobody else but me.
You niggas are crazy.
Luckily, I've never done any violent acts, chat.
I was gonna say he's trying to sound real gangster here. I'm just saying, trying to be real gangster.
I wasn't trying to sound gangster. It's just that my heart is gangster. You feel me? And it's like sometimes I can't control what happens once my heart is invested in something. I just gotta, let it play out. I pray to God, Brandon. You know me and Brandon had these conversations all the time. When I just go and do too much and I be praying God to stop me in the moment. Like when I went off on my boss at Publix. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I tried so hard to stop. I tried hard to stop, but I could not stop. It just kept coming out. And then this bitch, she was a regional manager. I said, bitch, I will wait here to get here. Call him. Please call him.
You sounded like you was in the Matrix for a second. What's wrong with you?
Oh, sorry. Sometimes I am my own worst enemy because I feel this last week. I'm a person that is big on fairness, and we don't get that a lot in the world, especially as Black people. So I'm not gonna wait for my fairness. I'm not gonna wait for my justice. I'm gonna get it for my motherfucking self. For my motherfucking self. You ain't gonna get like me. You ain't gonna find Z when I know it's A, B, and C. The fuck out of here.
Matrix. You niggas are crazy.
So said all I say is, I'm really not a violent person. You niggas are crazy. Matrix. Start in the fight. I'll finish it. I won't start it.
You talking about starting the fight now?
Yeah, I know.
That man ain't doing nothing but speaking his dumb ass truth. His
yeah.
dumb ass.
That's what's up. And like Charlemagne once said so eloquently, you can say whatever you want to say out your mouth, but you cannot control people's reactions.
Nope.
So it just is what it is.
Boy said the horse belong on the horse. The horse head belong on the horse's ass, not in the hospital.
He is the horse's ass. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send his wife some lace fronts with saying "Dear horse's ass," I saw your recent rant about lace fronts and, niggas. So I figured I send you a few things, because I care, because I love you. Here's a couple of lace fronts for your bum ass wife. Here's a lace front for your bald ass. All you got to do is glue it down to the middle. Don't even worry about the size. Just stick it right on the top. It'll blend in. Don't even worry about it. Okay, here's a couple of my nigga shirts. I'm going to send him some African pride flags. I'm going to send him some Juneteenth flag. I'm going to send him a bunch of all black, wonderful black, righteously black things. Okay, because he has this negative opinion about black people.
Check this out.
Wait, what?
If you work in a hospital, you're standing there trying to give
Look
a
at the
patient
reaction.
an IV and your hair is dropping in their mouth. They can't breathe. Their eyes are open. They're chewing on your hair. I don't know what happened to them. You can't have braids and false hair, horse hair in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the restaurants. Horse hair don't belong in the schools. Horse hair don't belong in the horse hair belong on the horse's ass. Don't belong on your head. Horse hair belong on the horse's ass. Don't belong on your head.
Now, this pastor is on the fire. He is on the fire. However, there was some women didn't take his comment very, very lightly, but I can't.
He said the pastor's on the fire. What the fuck? I guess he agrees. He said, but it's some women don't take that very lightly. Oh boy.
Okay, well, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm done.
Niggas is stupid.
I think, to be honest, it's like it's okay with a man to have a preference. I believe totally in people having their preference. But when your preference, no. There's a difference between preference and disrespect. Okay? Now, you can have a preference without disrespecting that's not your taste. Okay, that's not your taste. Keep it out your motherfucking mouth. Period.
Woo.
And that's on behalf of all the baddies that wear lace fronts. Period. Including the one on the motherfucking podcast right now. Yes, that one. Bitch ass nigga.
Don't belong in the church.
I can't stand that because how can I take a man serious like that? One thing about a grown ass man.
There's no
Let me tell you something, Brennan.
There's no such thing as a food cap. We don't invent those yet. Not where I come from.
A grown ass man don't got to put a grown ass woman down to make his point or to make himself look good. So to any grown ass man out there that got a result of some stupid shit like that, grow the fuck up with your stinking ass. Okay? How about that?
What the hell do you need glue for? It's already on the horse's ass. I'm done. I'm finished, man. I'm finished. Hey.
All right, can we get off this topic?
I'm about to go, man. I do got to work tomorrow. It's 10:30.
I wanted to talk about something. We spent all the time on this nigga, Brandon.
I had two subjects that I had planned for the show: Diddy and this nigga. But
you also said at the beginning of the show that technically this was taking place a Friday show.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be
did
on
you
here
not?
for 3 hours. Yeah, I did.
We don't have to be on here for 3 hours.
I'm not going to be
so
on
give
here
me 15 minutes and let me do my because I've been waiting to talk about this. It's very interesting.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for the floor chat. I appreciate you.
Hope you know I'm trolling the whole time.
You niggas are crazy.
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
I get no respect.
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Okay, because everybody got their little thing, their little specialty that they, are known for when they are on the podcast and they have their little moments. So thus far, other than my confrontational moments with other guests on the podcast that will remain unnamed at the moment, I like to talk about the weird conspiracy shit. You know, that's my lane. That's the whole reason I started coming on the podcast in the first place, was to talk about the weird conspiracy shit. So, with that being said, I have some new weird conspiracy shit that is like really making me feel some type of way, because it's just leading into everything that I've been telling y'all niggas for the last 2 weeks. I've been telling y'all. So anyway, remember how we started talking about the Anunnaki and that these government whistleblowers were saying that the Sumerian gods were returning and all this other shit? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said yes. You didn't see me shaking my head?
All right. So, allegedly, in Georgia and South Carolina, did you hear about this fireball that fell through the sky? Well, actually, that's not alleged. This actually happened. There was a fireball that flew through the sky, and it could be seen over South Carolina and Georgia. And it was big, it was bright, it made a noise and all that shit, right? Okay. So the crazy thing is that allegedly, right before this happened, a bunch of people in South Carolina and Georgia reported that they were watching TV, and randomly, whatever they were watching got like interrupted by like it got hacked by like a broadcast. Some weird shit just popped up on the screen, right? So this is what basically they said. They said that allegedly their TV broadcast was hijacked by aliens, or more specifically, a message from the Anunnaki saying that niggas better buckle up. Okay. The weather about to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be seeing more alien ships, UFOs and shit in the sky and whatever the case may be. So people was freaking out like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, so the reason why that's crazy is because in 1977 in the UK, the same fucking shit happened, except they weren't claiming to be the Anunnaki. Apparently it was somebody named I think Virillion or something like that was his name, and he was like from the Ashtar Galactic Command. And I remember seeing like videos of the interruption. Shit was fucking weird, right? So basically, it was like a 6-minute message that he was giving to humanity. Like, you need to stop with the fucking nuclear weapons, embrace peace, because, you know, if you don't, y'all gonna basically destroy yourselves, or whatever the case may be, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So apparently that this interruption that just happened in South Carolina and Georgia, like last week or whatever the case may be, apparently they was like, you know, they're noticing like the atmosphere is getting a little sticky when it comes to like wars and nuclear stuff, and basically saying that they're going to help. They're going to stop it. Like, we're letting you know that we here with you. We locking in. It's going to be a little rough at first, but we coming to save y'all niggas. And
they said we coming to save y'all niggas.
Well, if I was an Anunnaki, that's what I would say. So
it would be some niggas who'd be like, who the hell is this nigga?
I'm coming for the niggas. I mean, I'm coming not just for the niggas first, and then, you know, I got room for more, for sure.
So you only saving ignorant people.
Oh my God, Brandon, shut up. Shut up. Don't be serious now when I'm being funny.
I'm not being serious.
Silly self. But no, real talk. So it's just a little interesting to me that all this shit is getting a little weird. Shit's getting a little weird in the skies. Shit's getting a little weird in the world. Now, my Christian self tells me that all of this is just smoke and mirrors, like excuse me, like one of your podcast guests would say, this is all a big stage. It's a show. It's a movie.
Yeah.
And the reason why my Christian side would subscribe to that is because I feel like the evil that runs the world knows the truth, knows Jesus is coming back, and know they ain't got much time left. But the thing about the devil is, even though Jesus already won, even though the devil has already been defeated, and he already got the keys to Hades, all right? All you got to do is believe in him and you're saved. Even though once Jesus, after he died, and he went and snatched them keys from that ass, okay? You know what Satan's decided to do? He was like, all right, you know what? Well, being that everybody that believe in Jesus is automatically in, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just come up here and make everybody say, fuck 'em. That way, it won't be a lot of people going in. So that's why my Christian.
Did you just say Jesus said F them?
No, I said Satan said, since Jesus already got the keys and all they need to do is believe and they go on to heaven, I'm going to come up here and make them say, fuck them. That's what I said.
Okay. I got you.
And that's what he's doing. So that's what my Christian side believes, that, you know, all this Anunnaki shit and all this stuff ain't really nothing but the people of Earth working with demons, okay? The elites or the royals or whatever the fuck you want to call them, all these bitch ass niggas working with demons. Demons, okay? That's what my Christian side believes. However, my conspiracy side, you know, it's a little contradictory to that, and I'm not proud to say it. I'm not proud to say it, which is why, you know, I tread lightly. And me and God have these conversations a lot. But what I will say is my conspiracy side, if this shit is true, I'm telling you right now, the next couple years are about to be very interesting. So all I got to say, people, is get your good book, hide your kids, hide your wife. I don't know, stay safe.
I'm about to play Pastor Manning again because you're trying to leave everybody scared.
Why the fuck are y'all scared? Y'all some scary ass. See, that's why I can't be on Earth with a bunch of scary ass. God damn, bro. Y'all been making fun. Y'all niggas could sit here and watch scary movies and do this and do that. But when I talk about this shit, then everybody want to be scared. What is scary about Jesus?
Oh, no. Not Jesus, no. I wasn't talking about that part. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Why do we need to hide anybody if Jesus is coming? Bring them out.
I'm talking about, I said that after the Anunnaki.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. Because according to some people, they believe that the Anunnaki are the black race of aliens. They are the Africans of the universe. That's okay. That's what people believe.
So you think the universe is racist too? I'm just asking.
No, I don't believe the universe is racist, but what I do believe is that the universe does what every other country outside of America does, and they do not refer to people by their color, but by their origin. So like when I go to the UK, instead of me being a black girl, I'd be an American. You get what I'm saying? Period. That's how I think it is in the universe. So they think that the Anunnaki are the black aliens of the universe, and that obviously we're the black people. Hello. And that they're coming.
What's up, my Anunnaki and niggas?
Anunnaki. Wow. But yeah. So basically what they saying is that, and I'm sorry to any of my Caucasian family who might be in the chat listening. You might not be happy about what I say, but this ain't me. That's what they say. I ain't say it. They said it. Okay. That's so right. Take it up with them.
Clean it up.
Don't take it up with me.
Clean it up now.
No, I'm not cleaning shit up because this ain't me. That's them. And if they got a problem with me, like we could talk about it, but it's them. But no, seriously. So Basically, what they said is that our Anunnaki brothers ain't too happy about the way their beautiful black proteges, progenies, creations have been treated on this said planet.
What's about
And when they come back, old niggas gonna have hell to pay. And let me tell you something. They also said and not niggas by black people. That's not what I mean. Gotcha. They also said that's why all these mega billionaires, all the world's richest families, the 1%ers, they're all building bunkers. They're all going underground.
I did hear
because
that.
And you know, it's all mostly white people. I'm sorry, my white family, but that's the truth. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. It ain't me. It's them. Okay. So they said the reason why they doing that is because they keep getting information from government officials saying that they are coming back and that they are pissed. There was a whistleblower that came out, I wouldn't say maybe in the early 2000s, and he came out and was describing an incident that happened out in Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, saying that a large cigar-shaped craft landed. And out came an outpouring of the biggest, blackest motherfucking aliens you'd have never seen in your life with heavy ass motherfucking artillery.
Think about
and this. And the first thing he said they were black. He said they looked like African Americans.
Think about this.
He said, and they also looked like a conquering race. They came he said they were militant. They did not play fucking games.
A bunch of big black dudes come out of this spaceship that's shaped like a big penis, and we won't play no games. Boy, that's poetic justice. Poetic justice. Get up with a song. All right, you can get it. You can get it.
I just hope, I hope that it's not the Anunnaki. I don't want to, I subscribe to Jesus. Okay.
What's up, Anunnaki? My favorite restaurant, Teppanyaki. What's up?
In the multiverse, and the Anunnaki came back to wreak havoc on this planet that's wreaked so much havoc on the lives of people that look like me, you, our kids, innocent children.
That went over my head for a second. Oh, I'm stupid. When you said people that look like me, you said like that. You said me, you. I thought you were talking about an Asian person. Because that's how you said it. You said people that look like me, you, our children. That's what I was like, huh? I was like, okay. I was like, who the fuck is me, you? But okay. All right. My bad. I swear that was about to be my next question. Who the fuck is me, you? And you said it like it was an Asian person. Said people that look like me, you. Okay.
I mean, oh my God. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So
you gotta go back and listen to it.
I mean, all right. Okay. I'm sorry. I was sweating. You caught me off guard and I started laughing. Now my window's open, so now I got hot.
What the hell you sweating for?
Like my window is open, so it's already hot in this room. I need to close my window.
Is AC working? Is your AC?
Oh yeah, my AC is working fine. I just had to. I like fresh air, but it's hot air. So.
I got you.
But okay, so yeah, I don't try to freak anybody out, but it kind of remind me of Kendrick when he said in Euphoria. He was like, I make music that electrify him, right? And to Drake, you make music that pacify him. And that's kind of how I feel. It's like, when I talk about this weird shit, it's just, I like to get people thinking. And it's okay to think outside the box. It's okay to, even as grown-ass adults, it's okay to live in your imagination a little bit and wonder and think. Do thought experiments. So I'm not trying to freak nobody out. And if you are freaked out, that means your life ain't right. You need to get right with Jesus, because God ain't put the spirit of fear in nobody. So if you scared, go to church. Okay? That's all the fuck I gotta say.
All right, Snoop.
I'm dead ass. If you scared, go to church.
All right, Snoop. I hear you.
Cause I ain't never scared. My
right,
father ain't make me no punk ass.
All right, what's his name? Bone Crusher.
I ain't no punk ass Mark. I ain't no Mark ass Mark.
Ain't no Mark ass Buster.
I ain't no Mark ass Buster, homie.
Well, nobody's
Buster.
no Mark ass Buster, but I am about to be an accident ass person.
Okay, well, that was 15 minutes, so that was it. That was my conspiracy. Yes, the Anunnaki is returning. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
I looked up that what that spaceship looked like. It was like looked like a copper joint, a big copper looking joint, not gold, but like a bronze looking copper. Like,
first of all, that's gangster as shit. Even in space, we exude swag. Like, that just comes natural to us. Like, black people can't even. We just fly in space, bruh. Literally.
As a bitch.
Literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got it. I'm sorry, you either got it or you don't, bruh. You just got it or you don't.
Well, that's why they be hating on that. Look, that's why they hate on us the way they do. They hate on us. They hate on us, but yet they copy every element of our life, of our swag.
There's already a Wakanda. So let me find out there's already a Wakanda in space.
Like I've been peeped that game. Everything about the black race is carbon copied by everybody else around the world. I'm not saying that to sound cocky. All you have to do is look around you. That's all you got to do. Our music is copied. Our dress style is copied. The way we perform athletically in sports is copied.
To the world, to everyone out there in the world listening.
Hey, you can join in. You don't have to steal. Just join in.
No, but seriously, to the world, on behalf of all black people, I'm proud to say you're welcome. You're welcome that we seasoned this planet. You are very welcome. We put some sauce on it. You're welcome.
Put some steak.
Don't say we ain't never did nothing for y'all. Period.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Period.
And we ain't talking about city girls, period, neither, because that's just nasty.
I am completely lost. I'm totally lost.
Are you lost?
No, but real talk. You know what? I'm just tired of niggas, and by niggas, I mean the world outside of black people, being ungrateful. And bottom line is,
you know what?
I feel like our race tends to believe all the bad shit about us. And instead of doing that, we need to embrace us as a race, all the good, all the bad, all the everything. Address our issues, but stand together as a people and tell them niggas, fuck y'all. You don't like us? Get the fuck out the cookout. Nigga, ain't nobody invite you anyway.
I want to play this because this pretty much summarizes what we're both just saying. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You remember this. You remember this.
Have you lost your mind? I mean, how is it that you can disrespect a man's ethnicity when you know we've influenced nearly every facet of white America, from our music to our style of dress, not to mention your basic imitation of our sense of cool, walk, talk, dress, mannerisms? We enrich your very existence, all the while contributing to the gross national product through our achievements in corporate America. It's these conceits that comfort me when I'm faced with the ignorant, cowardly, bitter, and bigoted who have no talent, no guts. People like you who desecrate things they don't understand when the truth is you should say, thank you, man, and go on about your way. But apparently you're incapable of doing that. So, Dabu.
My bad, dog.
And don't tell me to be cool. I am cool.
Period. Cedric
Of
is
course,
my
all of
spirit
that without.
animal.
Of course, all of that without the violence.
Well, in my
All that.
past life, I was a Navy SEAL. I was a Marine in my past life. Okay, just know that for sure, for sure, for sure.
And on that note, I will tell you guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe 4th of July holiday. Please don't get them boys no reason to pull you over. If you've had anything to drink or if you're inebriated in any way, call an Uber, a Lyft, or stay where the fuck you at as long as you're comfortable.
Don't be stupid.
But don't be an idiot. You know, they out here looking for their quota. So it's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns. I can't wait till football season. I really can't. Quick sports note: the Lakers did sign center DeAndre Ayton. Yay, yay, yay! LeBron, please retire. Anyway, it's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns for Miss Kia. We out this book. Peace.
Good night.
Enjoy your
Good
holiday.
night.
Be safe.
Adios. Good night and good luck.